On this video, we're gonna speak about what value really is. Value is a factor that is both delivered and perceived. Think about this. What is the first image that pops in your head when I speak the word value? The first thing you need to have clear when it comes to value is that value is something that is created. Understanding the fundamental elements of value creation is not hard at all. Whenever you want to create value, you need to focus on three elements. We can say a product has value when that product is useful for the prospect buyer. Usefulness is the fundamental element of value creation. If you want to give out value, if you want to deliver value, you must be useful. And when is a product useful? When it actually gives useful solutions to the prospect buyer's problems. Whenever you give out a solution, you do not have to give the exact answer to a problem that someone has. You just need to be able, for example, to save them some time, to automate a boring process, or maybe even offer a fresh perspective to something that maybe they haven't considered before. This is being useful. Another way to create value is by delivering high quality. By high quality, I mean that the presentation of your product must be well thought. Everything from the most general to the most particular detail needs to be taken care of. If you're selling a guide, a report, an ebook, a PDF, or anything like that, make sure it's well formatted and designed. If you're offering some kind of service, make sure that the customer has access to top-notch support whenever he or she needs it. If you're creating a video course and selling that video course, make sure that the audio is clear and the video is sharp. Make sure that when the product reaches your prospect's hands, he or she is able to identify high quality in it. If you deliver a low quality product, then you're giving your product this cheap feel, and you don't want your prospects to get their hands on a cheap looking product. Another factor that actually increases the amount of perceived value in your product is uniqueness. If the prospect feels that he or she has their hands on something unique, on something that hasn't been seen before, then the value of your product immediately rises. If you were able to take care of the differentiation part that we spoke in the earlier videos, then this part is actually already done. But if not, make sure that you're able to deliver something new within your product or service. What makes your product different? Ask yourself, what makes my product or service unique? What am I doing that is different to what everyone else is doing? Great leaders always said, never follow the crowd. If you see two paths and you see that one path everyone is taking, then you must take the other path, the path that is less walked, the path that no one is taking, because that's the path that will lead to greatness. Once again, the amount of value that you embed to your product is actually determined by the amount of usefulness, quality, and uniqueness that is present in your product. And why do you need to have these three factors? Why do you need to take care of these three elements? It's simple, because they raise the perceived value, the value that your customers perceive. And if you're able to embed as much value in your products, you will be able to ask the price that you want for your product. People will be willing to pay any amount of money when the perceived value is greater than the amount of money that you ask for your product, your asking price. It's as simple as that. If you're able to pour as much value into your product, service, or offer, then that value will be the one that justifies the price that you're asking for your product, service, or offer. Think about this for a second. Whenever there's a transaction, people give something and expect something in return. They give out money and expect a product or service that actually solves a problem or situation that they might have. The only reason that people spend money on products is because they expect something in return. This thing that they expect in return is what I call a gain. If you look at the economic term of gain, it's actually the amount of value that is perceived minus the amount of money that people pay for it. That's the actual definition of gain. There are three types of gains. First of all, we have the financial gain. People buy products when they expect to have a high financial return, for example, a high return on their investment. Whenever a product claims that it can make the prospect buyers more money, we're incurring in a financial gain. That product is actually telling people that they can incur in a financial gain by buying this specific product, of course. So when people spend money to make money, what they actually have in mind is to have a financial gain. But not all gains are financial. They can also be strategic gains. Strategic gains are when actually something in the strategy of your prospect buyer improves with your product. Either you're delivering a high quality product, you're helping them increase their production, you're making them save time, for example, by automating certain process, or you're basically helping them improve their productivity and how they manage their resources. This is a strategic gain. Every product that helps people actually improve something that has to do with a process, make things easier, make things faster, make things more automatic, then this product actually carry with them a strategic gain. Whenever a product claims that, for example, they can give prospects things, intangible things such as peace of mind, sense of accomplishment, or sense of security, then what this product is telling people is that they will have a personal gain by acquiring this product or service. In the book of Sales Psychology by Brian Tracy, they state that the most sought after feeling, the intangible element that actually drives the most sales, is of course freedom. Everyone wants freedom. Everyone wants to be free, and if a product is able to actually convey some of this freedom or allow prospect buyers to experience more freedom in their lives with your product than without it, then what we have here is a huge personal gain. So what I'm inviting you to do now is to think which will be the areas in which your target customer, your prospect buyer, will gain whenever they buy or acquire your product or service. Are these gains going to be a financial gain? Are they going to be strategic or more tilted to the personal gain side? Think about this and concentrate all of your efforts into delivering the most amount of value that you can. This way, your refund rates will be at an all-time low, and actually you will be able to ask the price that you want for your product. No more looking to the competitors to see how much you should charge for your product. You should charge for your product according to the value that your product delivers and has.